Hello and welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak. So, this is going to be the longest intro ever. In the last episode, we talked to every NPC. That's it. Alright, we talked to literally everyone, and now we're moving on. We have 3 side quests to do, 3 free time events, assuming I get another one. And we're going to start with this one, and I'm actually going to switch out Aaron for Agnes for a side quest, and then Fairy for a different side quest. I want to use each of them in one. So for this side quest, which we already started, he's already here. He already acknowledged that he wants to help, so why not? And we're on some sort of treasure hunt, mystery solving thingy. Oh yeah, we got that mystery solving thingy. Mistress Taylor on the cutting edge of fashion, huh? The manager here fits the bill. Do you have a minute? We're doing this mystery-solving game thing. It said to look for a Mistress Taylor. Is that you by any chance? My, I wasn't expecting anyone to figure it out that quickly. I am indeed the mistress you seek. I am the royal family's personal tailor. And since I have a key, you must have figured out that I'm complicit in the princess's kidnapping as well. Alas, I am unmasked. Sure thing. You're, way more into this than I was expecting. So that's what they meant by full body. I was hoping for more, but maybe it'd be fun to get in character like they're doing. I mean, I don't care. Do whatever you want. Now that I've been found out, oh dear, what's a conspirator like me to do? I'll give you the key if you just let me go, I promise. To be honest, I was against kidnapping her from the start, truly. But a certain someone gave me an offering I couldn't refuse, treasure beyond my wildest dreams. I simply had to play along. Evidently, bribery is a big problem in this kingdom. Who's the certain someone, though? Oh, forgive me, I just can't say. But a promise is a promise. Here's the first key and the next clue. Best of luck. Van retrieved the first key. So, this here's the next puzzle. Let me take a look. Look to the river for your next key, where a metal box ferries passengers underground. The man watching over it holds the key. Okay. Well, that's obvious. Give us something a little tougher next time, why don't you? I'll be watching over your progress if you don't mind. Only you can set her free, brave knight. Her fate is in your hands. Phew. Right, how did I do? Pretty good. Sold the whole corrupt aid thing pretty well. Damn it, now I'm invested. Feel like I gotta see the game to the end now. Well, thank you. This has been a fun change of pace for me. Doesn't take much to win you over, does it? Let's go get that next key. Riverside?
Let's do this.
I would assume. Hold up. Maybe not Riverside. That's a different quest. What is this? Are you the metal box? Okay, so here we are, right at the entrance of the Riverside subway. Oh, okay. To ferry people. It said, look to the river and where a metal box ferries passengers underground. That's gotta mean here. Okay, let's head down underground. Next key's being held by a man that watches over metal boxes, yeah? Yeah. Yeah? Yo, we're playing a puzzle game right now. I take it you're the one who watching over the second key? Heh, very astute. You'd be correct. Before you stands the supervisor of the Kingdom of Edith's underground mine. With the subterranean tunnels known only to me, whisking away the princess was child's play. Looks like he's really gotten into this. So you're the one who actually nabbed her. In one sense, yes. I did little more than carry her off to her prison, however. It was someone else who hatched the plot to take her there. I assume you want to know who, but you'll get nothing more from me. If you desire the truth, it lies beyond the next mystery. Here's the second key as a reward for your cunning. Jumping straight to the next one, huh? Let's see. The final key is in the Tyrell district. The ever-resourceful guide of the theater has it on their person. So, this one's in Tyrell. The ever-resourceful guide to the theater. Another dumb riddle, I'm guessing. At this point, I'm kind of curious about the ending, honestly. Let's get a move on. Alright. I don't know what this is all about, but...
Let's do this.
I knew it. Oh, please be in character. That clue we got mentions an ever-resourceful guide to the theater. If I had to guess, it's probably talking about this guide who works at Esprit Cinema. One way to find out. Got a sec, we're taking part in this riddle game that's being tested right now. You the ever-resourceful guide to the theater that's got the last key we're looking for by any chance? Unbelievable. To think someone has reached the likes of me at long last. Yes, what you say is true. I serve the Kingdom of Edith as a humble member of the theatrical company. Long have I awaited the arrival of one who would come for my key, and it seems as though that time is finally upon me. You've been waiting for us, huh? That's a new one. That's not what your pals said. You different from them somehow? That I am. As it so happens, I was once part of the Knights Brigade. Circumstances have since seen me in the employ of this troop. However, my loyalty to the Edith royal family remains as unwavering as ever. Indeed, upon catching wind of a plot by a certain count to imprison the princess, I saw fit to infiltrate the enemy's ranks. I lack the means to stop the count's schemes. That is why I sought someone to whom I could entrust my key. And at last, they have arrived. Didn't expect there to be any espionage involved in this whole scavenger hunt. There's more to the plot of this thing than I expected. And with that, I shall now leave the last key in your capable hands. Thanks. You won't regret it. From the way you're talking, it sounds like you know who's behind all this. Care to fill us in? Certainly. The man who imprisoned our fair princess is none other than Count Iota. He is a vile man who oppressed the people of his dominion. Thus, the royal family saw fit to punish him for his misdeeds. Is it going to be Ilhan? And as a result, the Count came to harbor a profound grudge against them, which has led to today's tragic state of affairs. Gotcha. I guess that'd do it. But fear not, the justice is on our side, for the Count's own butler, Ilhan, is of the same mind as myself. Give unto him the 3 keys you have assembled, and he shall be able to free the princess at long last. Good luck. The fate of her royal highness now rests within your hands. Please do not let the kingdom down. Oh, but don't you worry. We'll rescue your fair princess. I don't mind putting in the work. Because once she's freed, she can repay me with a healthy dose of happily ever afters for the rest of our days. You just had to turn this into a cheap porno, didn't you? Anyway, looks like our next stop is this Count Iota's manor, wherever that might be. Oh, come on. Iota and Ilhan. I've heard those names somewhere before. There's no riddle this time, but guess we gotta put our thinking caps on and hustle one last time. Isn't there a place in town, some place in town called Iota? I'm sure we'll run into it if we walk around long enough. Let's roll. Van, you've been here many times. Many times.
On my way.
Maybe he's just doing it for Aaron's sake. Butler. This place's name is Iota. Ilhan's the owner's name. We're in the endgame now, literally. You must be Ilhan, correct? Count Iota's butler. You know my name? Then you must have come to save the princess. Sure have. We got all 3 keys, too. You actually brought them. These are indeed the keys we need to unlock the princess's cell. She may have finally walked free once more. You can't just go and backstab the Count without paying the price, yeah? What's the script say about that? You're absolutely right. I'm sure to pay a price for this, perhaps the steepest price of all. But I am only standing before you today because of the royal family. I could not live with myself if I didn't help them in their hour of need. I will go and set the princess free now. Can I ask you to wait here while I do so? Sure. Wonder who's playing the princess. She better be hot as hell considering everything we did to finish this whole thing. Thank you for your patience. I brought the princess here with me. Nice, we finally get to... Oh. So you are the kind strangers who rescued me, aren't you? Thank you so much. The Kingdom of Edith will never forget this kindness. Oh, come on. At least put some oomph in it. Don't drop the ball at the end. Hell no. Can we get a recast on this princess? I'm sorry. We couldn't find anyone to play the role of a princess in time. Thanks for helping out, Ilhan. Don't mention it. I had a lot of fun. I'd be happy to help out again if you have any other roles for me. I'll leave it to you then. See you around. Well, can you tell me what you thought of the game then? Honestly, it was more fun than I expected it to be. You clearly put a lot of effort into both the puzzles and the setting, but not the princess. Which... your casting choices weren't half bad, princess notwithstanding. I really am sorry about that. I wasn't sure if there was really a mystery game like this, but judging by your reactions, it looks like I was worrying for nothing. Yeah, could always try a different setting if you want to shake things up a little. Don't gotta stick to the kingdom and princess setting. Yep, that's the plan. I've always had trouble getting people to take an interest in my ideas. Many feel like puzzle games are just inaccessible. But if I can nail the setting, maybe that'll draw people in, and then they'll realize how much fun they can be. Always good to see someone enjoying their hobbies. Yeah, but I don't plan on keeping it a hobby. I want to set up an event planning company and take it to the next level. Anyhow, my confidence is soaring sky high now, with a glowing review coming from the famous Spriggan. I'm heading home to start working on my next game.
That takes care of that.
All right.
Reward deposited.
Do we even get law for, like, why would, we didn't do anything lawful either. We just did, we did nothing. You're not gonna talk about it? All right, well, that's one quest done. That was not really much of a quest, but now...
Off we go.
Not the roof. So close to doing it right. Change party. Anius? Let's go somewhere. You got a lot of guts slacking off on the clock, bud. Oh, get off my back. I'll be done with my work by the time you get back. Wait. Done with my work? Oh, right. Almost forgot. I had 20 the other day, so don't toss that booze in the fridge, all right? I'll help myself. Well, works for me. You're an adult. Maybe you could ask the old man to throw a little something for you. Nah, I shot the shit over the net with my buddies back home. That was a good time. Food here's pretty good, though. Maybe I'll bug the old man for a dinner. I know how to budget my time. I'll have this stuff done by end of day, promise. No, that reminds me. Those cans I put in the fridge should be cold by now. Save it for when you're off the clock. Can't work for shit when you're drunk. Fine, jeez. Yeah, you were certainly someone who just became legal to drink. That is how they all act. They're just talking about, oh man, I can't wait to drink. Then like 3 or 4 years pass and you're just like, all right, I guess I'll go drink. I don't know. I'm not a fan. All right, do I want to do this quest with Anius or the other one? Okay, Lost Lover. Amy. Change of heart. I'll be waiting at the bridge. I lost something. I need to have something returned to its rightful place. Oh, okay. That seems like I want to do fairy. So we're gonna do the Lost Lover with her.
Then let's head over.
Please
I think
step on up.
I chose like the farthest place from that. Amy's like over here. There she is. Excuse me, are you Amy? We're from Arkride Solutions. Did you need our help with something? Oh yes, I do. Thank you guys for coming. I can't believe you're actually real. Not to be rude, but do you mind if I get straight to business and explain what I need? Not at all. Let's get down to it. Basically, you want us to search for your missing boyfriend, right? Could you tell us about what happened leading up to his disappearance? Sure, my boyfriend's name is Mark. We've been going out for 4 years now. Things have been great between us, except he's in a gang. They've had him do shady jobs and all kinds of bad things since he joined, from what I can tell. That's why when I knew he was missing, I couldn't turn to the police. And that's why you turned to us. That makes sense. Yes, exactly, but I should make something clear about Mark. He might be in a gang, but deep down, he's such a reasonable, honest guy, really. Once we started dating, he promised he would get his act together and change his ways. I was even thinking about marrying him in the future. Then a month ago, he told me he was finally going to leave the gang for good. That's the last I ever heard from him, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Uh-oh. So he vanished right after he was about to pull out, huh? That's some timing. Any number of things could have happened, but it all definitely raises some eyebrows. You know the name of the gang he belongs to by any chance? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're called Desire or something along those lines. That's all I really know. He never went into more detail beyond the name when we talked. Have you heard of them, Van? Oh yeah, I've heard that name come up here and there recently. Can't say I know all that much about them myself. If we decide to search for this guy, we'll have to see what we can learn about him first. I've tried as much as I could to look into it, but I couldn't figure out where Mark went. You guys are the only hope I have now. Please, is there any way you can help? Ooh, Gray. Wonder what's Gray about this. I guess she kind of laid it out. It's about the gang, but if we're gonna get any options that are like Gray, sure, I don't see why not. Consider us on board. A sniffle. Oh, thank you. You don't know how much that means to me. Don't go thanking us just yet. We haven't even gotten started. Let's review what we know, and then figure out our plan of attack. Basically, our man Mark was determined to get out of Desire so he could live a clean life. But after making that intention clear, he's been incommunicado for a month, which brings us to today. Given what we know, it's entirely possible he ran into some kind of trouble once he actually tried to leave. If we could find someone who knows about the gang, it might be a good idea to ask if they have any idea what happened. How does that sound, Van? You read my mind. I think I know just the person we should hit up. We're talking about a gangster here, and chances are he's had a fair share of weapons business to take care of from time to time. I want to stop by the gun shop and the department store and have a talk with the shopkeeper. Wow, you guys are already so on top of things. I'm so glad I decided to reach out to you. Well, thanks for helping find Mark. I'll leave it in your capable hands to figure things out. You can always count on the professionals. We'll contact you again once we have more information about him. Till then, sit tight.
Well, we're on the clock now.
All right. Station that one.
Let's do this.
All right, ma'am. Do you know anything?
Can we talk?
Chatterbox. Welcome. If it isn't Van, what can I do for you today? I'm here on a job. Wanted to ask you a question. You ever heard of a delinquent group going by the name Desire? Oh yeah, Nasty Punch. The lot of them, and ain't got a lick of scruples? They'll even take jobs from A. Violence, blackmail, you name it. Their leaders are supposed to be pretty smart, too. Got it. Sounds like a load of trouble, to be honest. That leader and one of his goons came here about a month ago. Bought 2 large caliber orbital guns and left. I'd rather not sell our goods to folks like those, but business is business. A month ago? You don't happen to know the name of the person accompanying that leader, do you? I think I do, Mark, if memory serves me well. Jackpot, we've finally found him. What do you mean finally? Took like 2 seconds. Anything else you can recall? Remember him talking about Mark taking on this big job so he can split from the team. Oh. Guns they got were the real deal. Heavy stuff. Bigger and meaner than anything a common gangster should be hauling around. Mark was a ball of nerves when I handed him to him. So we're dealing with a gangster taking on a big enough job that needs to bust out the big guns for it. Also, he could leave them. Just hearing that is very ominous. That's all I remember. If you need any more info on Mark, maybe get it straight from the horse's mouth and just ask someone from Desire. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Can you point me at someone in particular? Sure can. You know Eddie? Oh, god damn it. The son of the Newberry general store owner? He's part of their gang. Damn you, Eddie. Oh, right. Heard he was going through a bit of a rebellious phase lately. We just saw him arguing with his mom back at their shop. Wow, you're actually acknowledging that. I never thought he'd end up in Desire, though. Weird. Hopefully he's still there. Let's go see. We're off to Old Town, then. Thanks for the help. Don't mention it. Actually, I have something else for you. Heard this story through the Orbal Net recently. Took a while to reach my ears. Something about these Jaeger Corps that got wiped out right in the outskirts of Baum. You heard about it? It's not a name you hear often. Or, I've never heard it. I don't know how to pronounce it. Baum's up in the northeast, right? First I've heard of it. How come you're telling us? Rumor has it that those Jaeger Corps were hired by someone outside the country. Most people speculate the carnage might have been A's doing. It's got potential to mess with my weapon supply route, so I was hoping you'd heard something. Right, not, sorry. But I'll keep you in the know if I do hear anything. Maybe something to keep in mind. Definitely sounds like it might be related to this. Oh. Right, give me a minute.
This.
I went to the roof. There. My nose itched really bad, and I just
Why, hello.
I just can't. I can't. It just,
Can we talk?
the usual. Come on, it's just 5,000 Mira. You can lend me that much. Call it my wage for helping around the store. What's again with that nonsense? I wouldn't call doing something for a few minutes before flaking out helping at all. Sorry to interrupt. I know you're in the middle of something. Do you think we could talk? Oh, sorry, Van. Didn't mean for you to see that. What can I do for you? Back off, asshole. Can't you see me and the old lady are having an important conversation right now? Hey, that's no way to talk to a customer. What are you gonna do about it? Maybe we should try again later. Whoa, chill out, folks. We wanted to talk to Eddie, actually. Can you give us a sec? What? Me? What do you want? If it's him you're after, take your conversation outside. He'll scare away business if he's inside much longer. I've seen you guys around the shop before. What do you want? This is strictly business. We're investigating something for a client. What can you tell us about a guy named Mark? Rolls in the same gang as you, right? Desire. That guy. Why should I tell you anything? I don't know you people. Please, you really should reconsider. We were hired by his girlfriend. She was worried because he hasn't been able to contact him. We're looking into things for her. Oh, so that's what's going on. Alright. I can see why you'd want to put her mind at ease. It'd suck if they bumped into each other one day and she had no idea what's been going on. You just want to talk, yeah? Nothing more? Well, it doesn't sound like he's dead. That wasn't hard. Yeah, that's all we need. Whatever you know, anything helps. Well, I don't got much for you. Mark asked to be cut loose from the gang a while back. They let him go. Haven't heard much from him since. Been quiet. Wait, you're saying he's already out of the gang? That's right. I don't think it was out of the blue or nothing. They'd apparently been thinking about it for a while. About a month ago, our boss agreed to let him go on one condition. Alright, we're getting somewhere. What condition? As I hear it, we'd just gotten a big job from Almada. They had some beef with this other group that's been hiring Jaegers or something. Mark was supposed to infiltrate their base and get some intel on him. That sounds really dangerous. He could get caught by the Jaegers. Not the kind of gig you'd expect to make it back alive from, that's for sure. But he's out now, so something must have gone wrong, yeah? Is that what you heard? Something like that. Looks like the crazy bastard pulled it off. Can't imagine shit was easy, though. The Jaegers are in Baum, and that's a long ways away. They're still there. Baum. It also came up when we visited the gun shop. Pieces keep clicking into place. We ain't sure yet. We got no hard evidence on it. While you're here, can you think of anyone else that might know what's going on with Mark? Yeah, I know a guy. Mark always talked about his childhood friend of his, named Simon, I think. If I remember correctly, he said Simon's the basketball team captain over in Satan. Must be nice having a cool friend like that. I'm gonna pull off something real badass one of these days, and then all the senior members will finally want to hang out with me. Our next stop, Sidon District. Thanks for that. Owe you one. Yeah, whatever. Don't go wasting that info, okay? Sir, can we slap some sense into him too? Not a single mirror from the old lady. I told her I'd come back for a bit, but now I gotta go beg for money too because I'm freaking broke? Yeah, that's not how you treat your mom, sir. Not on board with you at the moment.
Let's do this.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Right over here. We've been getting some new guys around here lately. Real silver spoons? I forget. Yeah, that's your normal dialogue. Never mind.
Let me ask you something.
Bring up topic. Heard some b-ball team from Sidon's been making waves lately. This guy looks like the team captain. Hey there, got time for a quick question? Yeah, what's up? We're from Arkride Solutions, and we're working on an investigation right now. You know anything about a guy named Mark who hangs around with Desire? Mark, huh? Yeah, I know him. You looking into him? Yes, we received a request from his girlfriend. She hasn't heard from him in over a month, so she'd like us to find him. From what I understand, you've been buds with him since you were kids. Got any idea what he's been up to lately? Huh, so she ain't heard from him either. I'd kind of been expecting bad news, but man, he really went and screwed himself over, didn't he? Sounds like you know something about what he's gotten himself into. Care to elaborate? Well, if Amy sent you, then I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I figure you guys know what's best for him, right? So a month ago, I got this letter from him, and it's weird because he never does that, ever. Said they gave him a job to sneak into some Jaeger camp outside of Bomb City. Why? Don't know. He told me it was some kind of trial. They were going to have him go out there by himself and scout the enemy or something. Oh no. He sent me that message the night before he was supposed to go. You could tell he was shaking when he wrote it. He said, I don't know if I'm coming back from this one, man. Wrote about Amy too. If I don't make it home, tell her I ran off with some other girl. I don't want her grieving for me. Stupid son of a bitch. He didn't want her to grieve. He should have come back alive. Been with him since we were kids, and I couldn't help him when he needed it most. Friggin' losing my voice a bit. Sorry, just I need a sec to cool off. It hurts, man. No problem. Take your time. I think we got the gist of this now. We got a foreign power that's picked up some Jaegers to try and do something about you-know-who. And they responded by getting Desire to do some dirty work and rough up the same Jaeger squad for him. And Mark was the unlucky bastard they picked for the job. But then A raided the Jaeger detachment themselves. That lines up with what Eddie said, doesn't it? In that case, Mark may still be alive. Can't rule out that he might have gotten out of there safely. It's possible, yeah. We just don't have enough info to go on as of yet. We should try and find that article Sylvie told us about. What does it say? I'll read it. Headline: Jaeger Corps suddenly gunned down outside Bomb City. According to local reporters, a Jaeger formation outside of Bomb City suddenly and violently engaged in an unknown aggressor. However, both sides retreated without a trace afterward, leaving behind little evidence. Authorities did find the body of a young man not far from the scene. Oh. Forensic analysis indicated that the boy died 1 or 2 days before the incident is thought to have occurred. Authorities are investigating how the boy might have been connected to the battle, but so far, they haven't been able to identify him. And that's it. Oof. They haven't identified him, but with all the evidence we have, well, I guess Mark got the last laugh in the end. Those Jaegers got burned out there. He didn't come back for Amy, and I think that just about closes the case. You know, he did good for some boy in over his head. I guess that's it then. He's gone. Simon, were you listening in on us? Yeah, just that bit at the end. I kinda already knew, but yeah. I had to know for sure, as his old friend. Yeah. But do I tell Amy is the thing? I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? Mark made up that lie for you to tell her, right? Why are you holding out the envelope? Yeah, anything to keep her happy. But this is gonna break her heart either way. Do I tell her the truth or do I honor Mark's last request? Voice stop. We'll think on that for you. Once we loop back with her, we'll tell her what we think is right. Thanks. That'd be a weight off my shoulders. I gotta head out. Take care of Amy, yeah? Uh-oh. So, what will you tell her? Let me think on that for a bit. Not an easy decision to make. We got time to think while we head over to her, at least. Oh, I have no idea. Okay, well, we gotta head over now.
Let's do this.
What would I do in that situation? Would I honor well, not, he wasn't dying when he made the words, but a dead man's request? Or do I honor the truth? I think I honor the truth more than that, in my opinion. Kind of sucks, though. Oh boy. Amy? That was fast. I didn't expect to see you guys again so soon. Does that mean you found some kind of lead on Mark? It's okay if it's nothing big. I'll take anything you have. I want to know. It's pretty big. Van? What should we do? I know. I'm just trying to figure out how to put it. Give me a sec. Can either respect Amy's wishes here and give her the cold hard truth, or I can respect Mark's wishes and cover it up so she doesn't go on mourning him. Either way, she's not getting out of this conversation unscathed. It's up to me to choose how the case ends. I have to decide what's ultimately best and stick with it. Okay, 1. Mark's not your client. She is. So, honor your client, in my opinion. Tell her the truth. 2, if you did keep the letter and lie, then no one's gonna mourn him. He deserves to be mourned, right? So that's just not fair, even if he didn't want that. I mean, it sucks to have to mourn, but you gotta do it. You gotta go through it. So yeah, I tell the truth is just so much better in my opinion. Keep the letter and lie is probably a gray area. So I do kind of want the points for it, but I can't do that. I'm telling the truth. I'm gonna give it to her straight. She's the client after all. Well, a friend of Mark's gave us a letter that he wrote. You should read it first, then we'll tell you what happened to Mark. It's handwriting. It's definitely his. It says he wrote this the night before he left for work. After reading the letter, Amy was left in tears, at which point Van divulged what he read in the online news article. Mark sounded so confident that everything was going to be okay. I completely believed him. I knew it wasn't going to be easy for him to leave the gang, but why? Why did I tell him that we could get married if he cut ties with them? If I hadn't said that, he... Sob. I'm sorry you had to see all that. I'm okay now. Thank you for delivering the letter to me and uncovering all that. I'll be forever grateful to the two of you. I wish we had happier news to give you, but that's how it goes in this line of work sometimes. Yes, I understand. Can I ask you for one more thing? What is it? Will you guys help me get revenge on Almada? I'll do what I can, whatever you ask. I'll give you as much money as you need. Just please, it can't end like this. If you're not just talking and willing to put your money where your mouth is, then sure, I'd consider it. You will? You do that for me? Of course. Money buys you lots of stuff from a spriggan. But you really think it's the best way to honor your boyfriend's memory? You might not want to hear this, but now that you know as much as you do, you have a certain responsibility to carry out. Hey, Tio, what are you talking about? Mark loved you so much, he tried to quit his gang so he could live legit with you. All he probably ever wanted was to lead a normal, happy life without dragging you into the underworld. He risked his life to make that happen and paid the price. Do you think going out and getting your hands dirty is going to bring any happiness? I understand how you think you can't forgive yourself for what you did, but Mark was trying to protect you too. Try not to forget that. I'm sorry, you're absolutely right. The last thing I want to do is disrespect his feelings. It might have been a little presumptuous with what I said too. I could have worded that better. I'll keep my opinions to myself from here on. All I'll say is, you really should consider think carefully about how you want to proceed. Right, thank you. That was really short-sighted of me to say, so I'm gonna sit down and really process my feelings after this. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave now. Thank you again, both of you, and take care.
That takes care of that.
Woo!
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Law, lots of law. Yep. You rank 3? No, not yet. Nope, main story's happening. Oh, it sounds like I got mail. Who's it from? It's from the CIT. They got another job for us. Okay. Recently received a report of a dangerous monster in the area. Depths of Dirk Memorial Park. Oh god, another district. Unidentified monster. Okay. Typical monster extermination gig, looks like. We'll be heading to Dirk Memorial Park. Oh, really? I believe that's on the outskirts of the city. Would have been nice if they picked someplace closer, but oh well. Hold up. What's with all this extra line breaks? Wait.
Yes. Make sure you treasure all of your memories.
That's random. Is that a code? That's got to be a code. That guy's a pain in the neck sometimes. So what should we do? Well, the pay's decent enough, I guess. I think snatching it out of the guild's grubby paws is the play here. We're gonna need to take the car though, so let's get back to the garage once we're done with everything else. I wonder what that would be a code of. Clearly that's some sort of code. Maybe it has to do with a lane. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in the next episode. Definitely not getting to that here, I don't think. No. Solutions?
Then let's head over.
Ferry. And let me report these two for now.
That's how it goes.
Ooh, 5 born. We get a new rank. Prepare food. 3,200 in defense up. Damn.
Man, why's it gotta be me? A little thank you would be nice.
Thank you. All right, I'm actually gonna.
Why's it gotta be me?
I'm gonna make 2 more because these are actually really good.
Thank you would be nice.
I'd like to have those on me.
Whew, I am stuffed.
Right. Wait, was there new stuff? No. Okay. We're taking Ferry. We've already talked to both of you, and I talked to Ferry downstairs. Yeah. So, terrace
Heading to
area?
the objective.
I think that's pretty close by. I do want to save quick though, so actually, yeah, give me a minute. All right, done. All right, Ferry. If we get the option, you're the perfect person to bring for chaos. We're gonna do chaotic things. Hey there, old man. You Bruno? Who are you? A spriggan looking for work. I'm with Arkride Solutions. Why don't we talk about the job? The job's exactly as I described in the posting. I'm getting old, so I figured it was about time for me to sort things out before I pass on. I'm going to get this back to its proper owner. Drew an item out. Oh, a locket. I don't recognize anyone. I don't think. Wait, this photo is of someone else, isn't it? That's right. This locket belonged to a stranger. I used to make a living as a thief long ago. I stole this. Just to be clear, I don't do that anymore. Life's taken its turn for me. I've actually heard about you, Bruno. You're a pretty famous thief. Rumor has it no lock had been invented you couldn't break into. All the legends are from when you were young, so everyone thought you'd given it up. I guess the rumor was true. Oh, you know me. You could have said so before I bothered explaining then. Whatever. It's been 20 years since I stole this locket. It ain't the kind of thing you'd get good money out of, so I kept it with me instead of selling it. After hearing some rumors about you, Spriggan, I figured it'd be better to see if you could return it for me before I just pitch it in the trash. So, how about it? You willing to take the job? Ooh, there's chaos on this one. Sure, we'll take the job. Obvious question, but do you know where the owner is? I want you to return the locket to the boy in the photograph. Of course, it's been 20 years, so I'm sure that he's much older by now. Okay, so that'd make him in his late 20s. So where is he? How should I know? Finding that out is your job. Can't even throw me a bone here? I stole it when I was hitting the Maserati Hotel guest rooms over in Sidon. It was quite the event at the time, from what I hear. The hotel staff might know more about it, so try asking them. Okay, so we should find the hotel staff who might know about the hotel's history. I assume you can handle it from there. Let me know once you've returned it. I'll send over your payment. There he goes. Wow, he left fast. Guess our next stop is the hotel. Let's go look into this. Understood.
Commencing mission.
This is an interesting one. Hotel.
Taking off now.
Oh. Alright, here's the Maserati. So 20 years ago, Bruno stole a locket from somebody here, right? Let's try and find someone who was around back then. Yeah, but we can't just walk up and ask. That'd be a bit suspicious. Best course of action would be finding an employee and sort of working our way toward that slowly. Okay, you. Yeah, she literally said, I've been working here for 20 years. Specifically. Hey, sorry to interrupt. We're from Arkride Solutions, and we're trying to dig up some info on the case. A case that happened here. You remember any instances of theft here around the hotel around 20-ish years ago? Theft? Let me think. I've been working here for a while, but I don't remember hearing about anything like that. Really? Huh? We did have a major incident here 20 years ago, but I don't think that's what you're referring to. Oh, what happened? Well, I'd prefer to keep this on the down low, but if it helps the investigation. 20 years ago, the hotel was attacked by terrorists. What? A terrorist attack right in the middle of town? Yes, it claimed the lives of the Senator Taylor and his family. Uh-oh. The staff at the time had no idea of what to make of it. Some of us thought it was some sort of conspiracy. Man, the whole family just got wiped out like that? Well, we're not 100% sure. The government quickly swooped in and kept the information under wraps. In truth, we still don't know if there were any survivors among his family. Oh, but now that I think about it, Senator Polanski may know more about the incident. He and Taylor were colleagues, I believe. All right, thanks. I'll chat him up. Bruno said he stole somebody's locket. Maybe that had something to do with the terrorist attack, too? Yeah, it's got me suspicious, too, but let's do some more digging before we jump to conclusions. Huh.
Let me ask you something.
Hey there. Sorry to butt in. We're from Arkride Solutions, and we're digging around for some info about an incident that happened here. Mind if we pull you aside for a sec? I see. Well, yes, I don't mind. May I step away for a bit, Yennefer? Of course, I'll be here with enjoying my tea. Wow, he just sat up from thin air. An incident, you say? What might you be referring to, and what would I know about it? It's about Senator Taylor, that incident 20 years back. Who told you? I have my sources. I've got something to deliver to his next of kin if he's got any. Actually, just to make sure, can you confirm this guy in the photo here is Taylor? It's been an age since I've seen that face. That's him, yes. Oh, damn. Does that mean what I think it means? Bruno wasn't a thief, he was a terrorist? Not necessarily, but you could have used, like, the confusion to steal and stuff, but, You mind filling us in on what happened that day? Well, if it would help your investigation, I suppose I can tell you what I know. Taylor was a fellow Republican Party member. He and I weren't particularly close, but I respected him as a political ally. He was especially active on the subject of race relations. He had a flair for these passionate, fiery speeches in Parliament. Wow, so he's really big? Yeah, but right at his highest, he got wiped out just like that. I'll never forget that night. He was staying here for a family vacation. They came into the hotel in the dead of night and gunned him down in his sleep. Okay, Bruno might not be a good guy. I heard his wife miraculously survived, but both he and his son miraculously survived, but both he and his wife were killed. Man, I had no idea. That's just horrible. I remember hearing about a request like that. Why would anyone do such a thing? You know where the kid is now? I'm afraid I don't, sorry. But he was good friends with a man named Huck. Oh, if memory serves, he may be able to help you. Last I heard, he was living in Old Town. We know Huck personally. If the address hasn't changed since then, you can find him there. Wait, is that who I... Yep, our favorite old bathhouse lech, if I had to bet. Iftimira says he's at the Loilu right now. Ah, you're acquainted? Good. That should make things easier. Best of luck with your investigation. Taylor's son deserves closure on that terrible, terrible day. So this man probably killed his father, stole the thing from him to hide evidence or something, and now he's like feeling bad about it and wants to
Taking off now.
admit his problems or admit his crime before he died. I mean, this thing's called change of heart.
Let me ask you something.
It's all assumptions. I don't know if he killed him. Hey there, you folks look pretty glum. What's going on? In the middle of an investigation, investigating a politician for a job. You see. Explain. Now I understand you've left no stone unturned, eh? You've dug up a lot of stuff meant to stay buried. Anyway, yes, Taylor and I were good friends. We debate about all sorts of things over drinks, like policies to diminish racial disparity and such. Wow, that's pretty surprising. That's because Huck manages a well-established investment firm. People like that always have connections with the top brass calling. I just assumed you were some random sauna fan. That's amazing. That's okay. I'd rather it stay like that. I prefer how people treat me when they don't know. Back on track, this guy's son is still alive, yeah? You got any idea where he went? That I do. His name is Roderick. After the attack, I believe he went to live with some relatives in Altair. Oh. As for what he's up to these days, I have no clue. Gotcha. Back to looking for someone who does, then. Actually, one more question while I still got you here. Do you know what happened to the culprit? Culprits, actually, but I do. There were two of them. They went on the run after the fact, but got caught sometime later. Her testimony suggested that there had been some friction for a while. They mentioned something about an intruder letting the kid get away, and that they thought someone was selling him out. From what I understand, Roderick's own recollection of what happened is pretty hazy. I'm curious about this intruder letting the kid escape. Well, at least he made it out alive, so that's good. If he did, then... Oh, now that I think about it, I might know someone who'd have an idea about Roderick's whereabouts these days. You should talk to the editor-in-chief of the Tyrell Times. She was all over the case, whole case back in the day. Any luck, she might still be keeping up with it. It wouldn't hurt to ask at the very least. Good to know. Hopefully will save us the trouble of sniffing out the info ourselves. Thanks, Zach. We owe you one. I won't say no to gratuity. I think some milk gelato will do just fine as thanks after a long soak. Sure thing. I'll remember to hook you up sometime later. With some later. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to Tyrell Times. Brett?
Heading to the objective.
Ma'am?
Let me ask you something.
Hey there, Chief. Got an assignment right now. I was hoping we could talk to you about, if you got a moment. Van Arkride, we meet again. You know any good reporters doesn't give up her scoops without a good reason. Tell me what brings you here and we'll take it from there. Well, I think you'd be pretty interested in this one. It's got to do with a terrorism case from a couple decades ago. I'm told you know about. You see... I see someone's done their homework. Definitely earning your keep on this assignment of yours, I see. Did you say I see twice? She says I see a lot. Alright, I'll bite. I'll tell you what I know. But in exchange, you have to promise to report back on how everything turns out once it's over. Deal? Why? Thinking of turning this into an article or something? More or less. It certainly has the makings for a story worth bringing to light. If it turns out I'm wrong, no problem. I'll keep it to myself. Works for me. You got yourself a deal. Is he allowed to do this? When he makes a deal with clients? I guess... Maybe. So as it happens, I'm still investigating that case, even if it's never been made public. Partly, it's to bring justice for a surviving family, but also to keep pressure on anti-immigrant groups that would do such a thing. Suffice it to say, I'm well aware of what Roderick's up to these days. You are? What is he doing? Once he grew up, Roderick became a young entrepreneur, and a promising one at that. He travels around cutting business deals, but he keeps Edith as his home base. I've interviewed him on a number of occasions over the years, and not just as a survivor of the case, but also to discuss his business adventures. Sounds like an impressive guy. Must have inherited his dad's ambition to make a difference. I can try to call him on his mobile terminal and arrange a meeting, if you like. I can't make any promises, but do you want me to try? Sure, I'd appreciate it. Hi, Roderick. How are you? This is the editor-in-chief, Sullivan, from Tyrell Times. I wanted to ask... You're all set. Lucky for you, he just so happens to be nearby. He said he'd wait for you on the terrace over by the station. Awesome. That worked out perfect then. There's more. There's something else he was hoping you two could do for him in return. He wants you to bring your client, the owner with the locket, with you. Uh-oh. I guess I can see why you'd want to meet him, but I don't know if Bruno will be willing to do that. Won't know for sure until we ask. We'll bring it up and when we give him our progress report. Fingers crossed. Good luck, Spriggan. Make sure to come talk to me once everything's over. Yeah, I will. A deal's a deal. All right, let's ring the guy up and get the show on the road. Hey, this is Van, Arkride Solutions, wanted to say... great, see you then. How did it go? Didn't say much. For now, we're just linking up at the Riverside Bridge. We'll fill him in on everything once we meet in person. Okay, sounds good to me. Let's go. Oh boy.
Let's do this.
There's a lot of back and forth on this one. I was hoping to hear from you, Spriggan. But I figured it wouldn't be until you returned the locket. What's this about? First off, I wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Give you a progress report? Alright then, let's hear it. Explains. Finally, they told him they'd managed to get in contact. Well, you certainly picked up the trail quick. You said you robbed the hotel, but this photos of two of the terrorist attack victims. I thought you might have been the terrorist behind the attack, but I've changed my mind since. My guess is you just did exactly as you said, robbed the hotel. Just so happened that you were in the middle of it when the place was hit by terrorists, yeah? Huh. Those kinds of coincidences only occur in stories. But that ridiculous scenario is exactly what happened that day. We heard it right then. So then the someone that intervened and saved Roderick's life was... You make it sound more honorable than it was. I wasn't out to save the kid. My mind wasn't on all the dead people at the time. I thought, hey, with people dying all around me, no one would miss a thing or two. Man, aren't you a nice fella? I guess the locket's one of those missing things. Even then, Roderick still wants to meet you. Wait, what? He asked us to bring you to him when we hand over the locket, actually. That's ridiculous. How do you want me to face him now? But you're worried about him, right? That's why you hired us to return the locket to the boy from back then. You ask me, you should stop skulking about and just talk to him. Damn it. It's not that easy. Just need one more push. It'd be best if he was honest about being the guy who stole the locket. But if he doesn't wanna, then maybe he could go under the guise of being someone else. Meet him as the thief is gray, for sure. Well, actually not for sure. Pretend to be someone else actually seems a little more gray. Which one of these is chaos? Like, I equally want to see both of these, but hold on. Ooh. None of them are chaos. The top one, meet him as the thief, is law, apparently, and pretend to be someone else is gray. We are very much lacking gray compared to law right now. I am curious to see pretend to be someone else. I would want him to meet him as the thief, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with this for once. I don't think he'll bite, but maybe he'd be inclined if he's pretending to be someone else. There's also the fact that he needs one more push, and this is a different route that might work better. Look, if you really don't want to find, you can just pretend to be someone else other than the thief that stole the locket. How do you figure? Whoever stole the locket that day, there's someone else. You just happened to buy this at the black market somewhere. You saw the photo inside and figured it was important. That's why you decided to return the locket. How about it? Might be easier to meet up with him that way. Okay. Good idea. Okay, I'll go along with that, sure. I still hope he reveals that he was the one who saved him, regardless. Could you guys be... We're from Arkride Solutions. You're Roderick, I take it? That's right. I'm the only survivor of the terrorist attack you've been investigating, though I was only a kid at the time. Let me start by giving you this locket back then. Dan handed over the locket. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to treasure it. I take it you're the one that had it the whole time? Yeah, his name's Bruno. He bought it on the black market and has been trying to get it back to its rightful owner. Don't go getting the wrong idea. He didn't actually steal it from you. I see. That's a shame. What do you mean? I've been wanting to meet the man who stole it for 20 years now, so I could thank him. Thank him? Why the hell would you want to thank the thief that took advantage of you in the middle of a terrorist attack? I'm not going to deny that that's what he did, but he also saved my life. He's a hero to me. Never heard of someone call a thief their hero, but I guess there's a first time for everything. When I woke up that night, the first thing I saw was two men standing by my parents' bed, both of them drenched in blood. It was too late for my parents. I was so scared that I couldn't move. That's when this old man showed up, a thief, really. As soon as our eyes met, he took my hand and led me out of the room, no hesitation. I'll admit that I noticed him pocketing my mom's locket as we ran out. He was still a thief at the end of the day. But he still saved my life. Regardless of everything, he's my hero. And when he left, he asked me not to tell anyone about him. That's why I never told the police or my relatives about him. He's been my secret this whole time. Gotta give it to you, man. You're loyal. Even to the man who stole your things. To be fair to him, the locket's the only thing he took. Don't be an idiot. The only thing he took. He shouldn't have taken anything at all. A piece of shit like that has no business being anyone's hero. He probably just didn't think he was gonna chance on a murder scene and took you without thinking. You know, maybe you're right, but that doesn't change the fact that he's the only reason I'm still here today. I don't want to ask any more of you, but if you ever do find the man who stole it, could you give him a message for me? Tell him thank you so much. You're still my hero to this very day. Sure, if we just so happen to run into him. And I appreciate it. Now, I think I should be going. Thank you again, sir. I've done nothing to deserve your thanks. Oh. There's a weird glitch that keeps happening with people who are sitting down, moving, and standing up at the same time. You sure that was for the best? Yeah, I am. He grew up to be quite different from what I thought he'd be. But an upright and honest young man like that shouldn't be bowing his head to criminal scum like me to begin with. If you say so. I'll be on my way then. I'll make sure to wire your money later. Thanks. I really owe you for what you did. No, that one almost got emotional. I mean, it probably was for some people. It almost got there for me. Talk about a difficult old man. That wraps things up. After Bruno departed, Van contacted Editor-in-Chief to update her. As she concluded there was no reason to publish what they'd learned, as there were no threats to the public. And so it was that, unbeknownst to the world, the story of the former thief and the locket he stole came to a happy end.
Great job, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on. Yeah. Oh, wait. Chaos. How did Gray not rank up yet? Oh. And we got the other free time point. All right. I liked that quest. It was definitely interesting. No quests have actually been like anything more than just talking to people, but they're very interesting story bits. I'm definitely enjoying them. Some of them are pretty predictable, but that one actually threw me off because I thought he might have been the terrorist. Okay, we are not going to take the car out yet. We still have to do 3 free time and
Heading to the objective.
see 2 movies. So I'm going to see the movie and then reload. Gotta save first.
Hello.
All right, I've saved. Oh man. Well, let's see Golden Blood first. Am I seeing it with Fairy? What's going on? Who should I invite? Oh, I get to choose here. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's whoever needs points. Hold on. Let me check something. She's already somewhat into her rank, and this will probably rank her up again. Renee, I can't take, and Tingo. And connection-wise, Fairy's already got rank 2. I think we have to take Aaron. He's got no points yet.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll take Aaron. That's not Aaron. Oh. Wait. I can take 2 people? Hold on. Fairy and Aaron, because Anya already is getting a quest today, so she's getting plenty of points. Well, that's good. Van decided to let everyone loose so he could watch a movie during his work break. After inviting some company to tag along with him, they made their way to the theater. Zoe is a spy who works for the intelligence agency known as Gambit. She, along with her partner Rick, are tasked with infiltrating a pharmaceutical company to steal their design documents for a deadly virus. After accomplishing their objective, Zoe hurriedly puts her escape plans into motion. However, Rick has plans of his own, and those plans entail betrayal. Rick snatches the documents for himself and backs Zoe into a corner. Or so it appeared. Little did Rick know, Zoe had a secret weapon, a hidden power that allows her to turn the tables on him.
Nice try, Rick. I'll admit, you nearly had me there for a second.
kind of monster are you, lady? How'd you recover from...
Oh. Huh. And here I thought you were nothing more than a myth. Oh, how very wrong I was. That's quite a dirty little secret to keep from your own partner, Zoe. Or should I call you Agent Golden Blood?
Can't blame a girl for keeping a few secrets. And I don't believe you have any room to complain. But I do believe this is farewell, Rick. You and I made a perfect team. And you made for the perfect arm candy. Thanks for keeping those prying eyes away from me.
Damn you, Zoe!
And if you ever get another chance at life, remember this. Never underestimate a woman, or you'll get burned.
Who? No. Salvatore Gotti's the director. He's not the writer. I wonder who the writer for that is. Some of those lines. I love Golden Blood. It never gets old. I wish I could have Zoe's combat suit. It's so, what's the word, mature? But so practical at the same time. Bit young to be wanting it for those reasons. One of those reasons, don't you think? But hey, if you're interested in it so much, it wouldn't surprise me if they put the real suit that was used in the film out on display sometime. Really? That'd be awesome. You've got to take me if they do. You think they'd let me try it on if I asked? I wouldn't get your hopes up about that. All that lived up to the hype. I always enjoyed me a good spectacle. Only thing that would have made it better is if that chick's tits spilled out of her suit even more. You gotta agree, that'd make it perfect. Can't you keep it in your pants for just one day? Suit yourself. I'll just catch the director's cut and find out for myself if that's what it takes. I see. Is that what the director's cut is? Hey, looks like they're selling commemorative brochures. Pick one up. Yeah. Having finished their break, Van and his crew resumed their work. 25 points. Aaron, you're a bit unhinged. Just a little bit. Wait, that was Nike. Screenplay is also Salvatore Gotti. So that means he did write it? Is that what screenplay means? Writer, right? Because this seems like it would be something just basic, writing-wise. Genius filmmaker Salvatore Gotti's latest masterpiece, Zoe, Judith Lancer, is a female spy belonging to a covert organization, Gambit. While fulfilling her latest mission with her partner, Rick, she hears rumors of an agent who goes by the codename Golden Blood. What lies at the heart of the mystery of Golden Blood and their supposedly inhuman abilities? Dun dun. Okay, now I have to see the other movie. Hold.
Peony.
Okay. Peony. We're gonna watch the Peony Blade. It's exactly how it's written. I don't know why I was so confused about it. Alright, I'm taking Agnes, and this has Eastern stuff. Oh, this would be good for Fairy and Aaron because this is an Eastern film, apparently, so. But I have to take Agnes and see what she says about stuff. Let loose, they tagged along. I didn't even try to see if I could watch both movies. Maybe I can. Well, it's fine. Shi-Sen is a handsome young man whose talent in the sword arts is unrivaled. His unyielding sense of justice has driven him to conquer many an evil foe. Thanks to his skills with the sword and his elegant charms, he earned the title the Peony Blade. As time passes, fate begins to weave its tangled web. Shi-Sen crosses blades with Tengai, leader of a gang of bandits, a scoundrel who inflicts unspeakable cruelty on innocent villagers, and a murderer who killed Shi-Sen's father.
Not half bad, kid. You're the spitting image of your old man. You've even got those same fearless eyes. I remember them glaring up at me before I closed them for good.
That's enough! I'm going to end this battle in one stroke. With this!
Heh, your pups used that move against me, and it didn't leave its mark. History's just gonna repeat itself.
That's where you're wrong. I've refined my father's ultimate technique and taken it to heights he could have only dreamed of. Taste our might, the might of 2 generations of masters. Find Dragon Helix!
Damn. I wonder if that was like a just a shot of a place we're gonna go. It'd be really cool if we got to a place like that. It looked very cool. That looked like Long Lie-ish from what we've seen in the black and white pictures in Reverie. The main character reminds me of Aaron in a lot of ways. He cares about his friends, he has a strong sense of justice, and he knows his way around a fight. Not to mention how people gave him a nickname. Apparently in Eastern cultures, peonies are considered to be the finest of all flowers. I feel like that adds a fun extra layer to it. Somebody's done her homework. Good for you. Yeah, comparing pretty-looking men to flowers is definitely a thing they do in the East. Now I can't help but wonder what kind of flower you're most like, Fan. A thorn. Rose thorns. You don't have to think too deep on that, really. That last one-on-one fight was pretty well done. At least well done for a couple of film actors. Well, if you thought it was all right, they must have done a hell of a decent job. I bet you could act in a movie. Sure got the looks and talents to make it work. Actually, I did get an offer to work on a film one time. It didn't really sound like my jam, though, so I turned it down. Would have had me doing completely vanilla stuff, which wasn't exciting to me. That's what you said to them? I kind of feel for the poor sap who must have been on the other end of that conversation. Looks like they're selling commemorative brochures. No, I'm probably reloading. Maybe. I don't think it really matters for this one, actually. But I want Fairy to get points, so I'm definitely taking Fairy. 1208, Heroic Action. An exciting and heroic action story in which the young man living in a fictional Eastern country perfects his Eastern martial arts and fights evil with the just heart. Sen is a handsome young sword master who fights to protect the innocent, eventually attaining the title of Peony Blade. Watch as he crosses blades with the evil Tengai, the man who cut down Shisen's father. Okay, you won't let me see too, right? Okay. I'm gonna reload then. Alright. I saw Golden Blood again instead, and I took Fairy and Aaron. Just like before. I will click this so it's marked that I read it there. And then all we have left is free time. And we're done with this little section, which has taken about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Damn. The intro to every chapter is very long, but it's fine.
Taking off now.
I'm gonna go over here first. Just so I'm like remembering what we're doing. Okay, so I've seen the movie, I've done all that. We probably need to gear up a little. Chaos 2. Reviving Balm. Albion? All right, really quickly. What is Albion? Mirage. Ooh, a Jabberwock arm. Zodiac sign. Oh no, that increases crit. All right, what does she have on? Just flare. I just want to click on this so I can look at these. Okay, this is good. Like if I want to make a support, give buff Anyas. Crit up. Okay, this is just a support and debuffer. It's a buff debuffer with 5 slots. Oh wow. Definitely wouldn't give that to Fairy though. Well, maybe. It might be good on Fairy.
Arch driver replaced.
Maintenance mode engaged.
I'll figure it out later. I don't know. Fairy might be a good support. Just thinking about it now. Because Aaron's definitely damaged. We'll see. But either way, that's done there. I think we're good to go. Oh yeah, that's main story. Let's do Anya's first. She's going out to buy some supplies. It looks like she's planning to get quite a lot, so someone should take along to carry the bags. Van's group took a short break. Everyone split up, spend their free time. Thank you again for agreeing to come out shopping with me, Van. I'm only going to buy some personal items, though. You don't really have to accompany me. You got a lengthy shopping list, right? Figured you need some help carrying it all. Something about a bunch of art class supplies, yeah? That's right. We're about to start lessons on oil painting soon. And I don't suspect I'll be able to produce something I'll be proud of with my current supplies. It's also a good chance to replace some of my older equipment with better materials, too. Being a student is really rough on the wallet, huh? Well, let's see what we can find. Thank you. It's surprising just how much of a difference in price there can be between paints that are basically the same color. And then I have to choose between the 12 color set and 24 color set. There's an almost overwhelming amount of options. For sure, the pricier ones are supposed to have more vibrant colors that fade less and have better coverage. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, but do keep in mind that you're at Aramis of all places. Trying to make do with stuff more suited to your stage of learning instead of just shooting it for top-range goods could be educational in itself. Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should go for something more basic and affordable then. I'd also like to buy a wide variety of brushes. I have some already, but it's just a beginner set I bought when I enrolled. Maybe it would be worth buying something expensive like this fan brush then. I know I just said to not shoot for top-range goods, but with brushes, the difference in materials really does open up a lot of options. You know a lot more about this than I was expecting. You seem to have a lot of hobbies, though. Is painting one of them? No, not really. Gave it a shot, but I learned real quick it wasn't for me. How about this set? Looks like it'd be a perfect match for you. Ooh. Quickly pushing off the... I bet he's a good artist. Oh, the luxury Aramis the Artist model brush. Goodness gracious, this is expensive. That'll be 2,000 Mira in total. Pfft, you make more than that. I'll pay with this then. I'm quite happy with how that went. It fit perfectly within my budget too. Yeah, figured you'd end up overspending. What with everything you got? You're good at keeping to a budget for a rich girl. I wouldn't quite describe myself that way, but I suppose school has forced good habits on me. I perform a lot of different jobs as part of the student council. Okay. Confirmed. Did it? Yeah, she is the treasurer, I think. I think Ren made her the treasurer then. I don't know. They never said her name. They didn't say Anya's in the visual novel, so... Maybe I could use some of those skills back at the office. I wouldn't mind helping with all there is to do at the office. Having finished shopping with little time to spare, Anya's decided to stop by Riverside to test her new supplies. Oh. We're continuing. I don't know why I'm even surprised an Aramis student would knock it out of the park, with art too. All I'm really doing is applying what I learned in class, but it's nice spending an occasional off-day painting like this. The light reflecting off the river's surface is beautiful, and the breeze feels quite nice. It's fun. Good to hear. Though painting the cityscape feels a fair bit advanced. Really? I feel like I've seen painters do it all the time. Come to think of it, Aramis, the artist himself, drew a number of Edith's cityscapes, I believe. Oh. If I recall correctly, his earlier works depicted immigrants who'd been turned away from their homes. His later works depicted the streets of Edith after the Calvardian Revolution. The biggest constant is he always paints people, not just landscapes. That's not a surprise coming from one of the main parties behind the revolution, and your school's founder. Though I also heard he was a real weirdo, as all artists tend to be. I don't think you're too far off. I've heard of his eccentricities in some of my classes. But sitting here right now, painting the city landscape just as he did, helps me imagine what he might have thought as he did this too. I can't help but think what he would have wanted the peaceful joy he painted on his canvas to reflect forever outside of it too. You might not be far off there. Oh, no way, so you know. What? You're kidding. Oh, they're Aramis students. They're probably on their way back home after club activities. I don't know if I'm being rude or anything, but I kinda think you should have joined a club yourself. I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. I'm more than happy keeping busy after school and on the weekends with my part-time job. It's taught me a great deal, just working with you and everyone at the office. And needless to say, I enjoy it a lot too. Of course, I do still make time to contribute to school activities when the time allows for it. Well, if you're enjoying your student life, then there's no reason for me to butt in. You're not the kind to neglect school and flunk out just because of a part-time job. I agree there. I have always liked studying, to be frank, so it hardly feels like a burden. I like organizing study groups in the free time. Studying with friends is surprisingly effective. There's always something new to learn from others. Can never truly stop learning. It's hard at times, but it's also very rewarding. Yeah, I trust you. Just don't go missing out on quality time with your friends just because you're busy with your job, okay? Friends you make in school have the potential to be some of the best you'll ever make. This is basically your only chance to ever do that. Oh, I will keep that in mind. Oh, he's gonna be mad. I thought she said she was working a part-time job, but they just went shopping and now they're even painting. This is so suspicious. I need to look into this more. Van and Agnes return to their patrols.
I really want to get to know you better, Van.
I love how we haven't actually learned anything about Ren or any of the students who were in that one just tiny random scene where they spotted Agnes. That's it. They just spotted her. But they made it seem like they were going to be important, and they haven't been important yet. Connection went up. Oh, they get a better chain effect. Good. I forgot you have a chain for some reason. Or a connection. 10 defense. Alright, first one down. Go. It seems like Anna's frozen over because Renee invited me out to tea. But I guess sometimes we do have to catch up. Okay. Just catching up with tea. They took a break, everyone split up. So what's the big deal, Renee? Why'd you drag me all the way out here on such short notice? You know I'd prefer it if you didn't call me that. Wait, you gave me the main story request as well. I wonder if that's going to be related to this. Because he left that little note, treasure the memories thing. All these years later, and I still have to remind you first thing when we sit down to talk. You never change, do you, Van? I only call you because it's still your name, pal. Change your name and I'll call you what I call you. And I'll change what I call you. Simple as that. Huh, I take that back. You have changed. You're sassier than before. Now then, I realized that ever since we exchanged contact info, we haven't once gotten together in private like this. So, since I had some time to relax away from work, today, I decided to call you over here. And now, here we are. So you don't have any real business with me? Is that what you're saying? You're a real roundabout guy, you know that? Most guys, when they just want to shoot the shit together, do it over a couple of pints at the local bar or something. Trust me, I have plenty of reasons to drink. We'll have to make time to do that sometime later. Unlike your freewheeling self as a spriggan, those of us in the government always have our hands full with work. And I never said that I didn't have business with you, Van. Don't you think it's my job as something of an older brother to wonder how you're doing and want to check in? No. So that's what this is all about, huh? No, I'm just about the same as ever. Barely keeping the business afloat as best I can. You know how it goes. You brought in more help, though, didn't you? I heard he's attached to Hayaway as well. With one glaring exception, I have to say you're building up quite the seedy roster of lackeys over there. Could you not dig these things up when you're a world-class shovel? Like you're a world-class shovel before I've even said a word about him? But just so we're clear, they foisted themselves onto me without asking. They're not there because I asked them to be. If I had it my way, I'd still be flying solo and everything would be perfect. You say that, but you have a noticeable spring in your step compared to before. It's fine to say you like them, Van. You're not a child anymore. No need to be bashful. Shut up. It's always the same with you. You and Elaine both. And you, I should say. If nothing else, I imagine your new helpers will be good for you in the long run. My hope is that they'll keep you from being tempted to repeat what you pulled before. Certainly I and Elaine and I would both appreciate it. I'm assuming it just means taking off, because he's been gone for years. Aren't you going to pick that up? It's probably a work call, isn't it? Don't worry about it. This is more important. Now, you're not in a rush, right? Why don't you and I stay here for a while? At least until we're done drinking our coffee. You can even order some dessert if you'd like. It'll be my treat. I'm feeling generous. Are you telling me we're... Keep talking like normal and don't look alarmed. Ooh. Oh, he's got a little another one. Clearly he has multiple of these that are set up for Van as well, based on what he sent in that message. Keep talking like normal and don't look alarmed. This must look like a perfectly natural conversation. Yeah, he's talking to that guy. He's talking to that guy we have in our data. All right, I'll contact you again later. Looks like you took off. Am I right in thinking it was you he was watching and not me? Indeed, your intuition is on point. Correct, no problems here. Proceed with things as we originally planned. Adios. This is why you really called me out here, isn't it? No need to be so upset. It wasn't entirely about me. I genuinely wanted to hear how you were doing, too. I didn't say I was upset. His name is Hubert. He's a relatively recent hire of CID who joined us about 1.5 years ago. That sounds very familiar. Hubert? That's all? He sure looks and acts like someone who's a lot less fresh than that. It's a guy like him looking after one of the agency's own analysts. And I said he was new to the CID, not the occupation itself. He used to work for the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division. Wait, is this the guy who screwed over Lecter? And Lecter's like, oh, give me a moment here. I need to remember what that was about. All right, I found him. It's this guy. Thankfully, I put Lecter on the thumbnail for this video because I had trouble finding it before. Yeah, it's this guy who was in Lecter's Daydream. And at one point, is it right around here? My internet's not super great. You're no different than me. Oh, I know. I wanted to see if Renee was in this scene at all. Rains was in here, for sure. Yeah, they had a bunch of different intelligence divisions, like, on this train for this damn scene. All right, hold on. Okay, there's the information I wanted to remember. He was originally from the CID, but then he went to the intelligence division to gain intel, but then Lecter was trying to throw him out there, and then he's like, All right, how about you go back to the CID? And he's like, you want me to be a triple agent? So I wonder if that is what's going on here. I wonder if he is like reporting on the CID back to Lecter now. All right, there we go. Back to normal. One of Erebonia's guys. Didn't their agency just get a big reshuffle a little while back? That's right, with the Ironbloods out of the picture and the war over, he said he saw the Empire as a lost cause. So he came over to our side and was nice enough to supply us with intelligence about the founding of Erebonia's new intelligence division. He still maintains his citizenship over there as well. A double agent then. He is, insofar as most people within the CID are concerned. Hold on, you're telling me he's... Yes, in all likelihood, he's a triple agent. He hasn't truly defected to our side. His real objective is to either obtain information on us or disrupt our operations. All under the orders of Lecter Arundel at the new division. Okay, thank God. I remember that daydream for some reason. I've been hearing that. I've heard that name before. Has a reputation for being a real cunning bastard. You're telling me, even with the Ironbloods gone, he's a formidable figure who continues to sit at the heart of their intelligence operations. Nearly all spies we've sent into Erebonia since the war have either been terminated or sweet-talked into joining him instead. We've had quite a lot of egg on our face in recent times because of him. Alright, so back up a sec. If you already know that much about him, that means must be doing something about it, right? Correct. By letting him see me with you, we hope to cause a little disruption of our own within his intelligence network. With any luck, he'll be turned into a quadruple agent working to our benefit, whether he realizes it or not. What? Suffice it to say, it will be very interesting to see what Scarecrow's next move will be. I'm not gonna lie, all this double crossing crap you got going on is making my head spin. And hey, keep me out of your stupid intelligence warfare. I don't want anything to do with that bullshit whatsoever. Now, no need to get so worked up. I told you you can order anything off the dessert menu. Go ahead, pick whatever you like. It'll make you feel better. Don't try to bribe me, you spectacled statist. Van proceeded to order the most expensive desserts he could find out of spite. However, Kincaid wasn't even fazed, paying for it without a word of protest. Exasperated by his friend's utter, internally unflappable demeanor, Van returned to work with a sigh.
I'll be putting you to good use. Good use.
What do you mean with the sigh? Wait, Kincaid's dex went up? He's not a party member. What? Don't tell me they are going to be party members. What? Maybe they just did that like as a little flavor text. Like, yeah, they're both smarter because of it. They're more flexible. I don't actually know what Dex would do in this game. Okay, that one is done. It's been a while since I wandered around for my own a bit. Maybe I'll hit up Sidon. I've got some downtime. Okay. So we're just walking around Sidon. Everyone split up. Ah, cars. Yep, that's luxury. Excess expressway all the way. I don't think I could handle her. No, resist the temptation, Van. Only got eyes for Ingert. Can you really say you love your car when you haven't modded the hell out of it? Aren't you? Oh, aren't you? Hey, look who it is. Bumped into each other in Longport too, didn't we? We have a knack for doing that. Well, what timing? I've been looking for you. Is it true that you and your company have had a hand in resolving that incident? May I ask a few questions, please? I'd like your account of the events. Whoa, slow down. Okay, slow down. What are we talking about here? You might be mixing me up. We booked it back to Edith after you saw us, so I don't think we had any part in that. I have reports that you were at the scene. Don't play dumb, please. We've also heard that you traveled to Cray Village shortly before that attack there. There's something about you, something that makes incidents pop up wherever you go. There's gotta be a correlation. Yeah, no. We weren't even there. Man, she's nosy. How the hell does she know? Oh shit, is that Dingo over there? Wait, really? Hey, you're not getting me with that again. You're trying to throw me off his scent, but just like that with that Maxim scoop. No, seriously, I swear that's him. And who's that lady hugging his arm? Are you actually serious? Oh, wait. Oh, sly dog. I didn't think he had it in him. And that's a pretty snazzy hotel they're walking into. What's the scoop there, I wonder? Don't you walk away. Just a second. Not sure why you're hounding me. Shouldn't you be looking into Dingo? I know. I need your help with him. You're specialized in investigations, right? You're all, like, sneaky and stealthy and stuff. Well, no, I ain't no detective. Why would I just tail a guy like that? Nah. Fine, I can stalk him. Oh my god. Well, this isn't what I was expecting. God, what are they saying? I can barely hear them. Hence why I said we should get a bit closer. Well, then he'd spot us for sure. From my sneaky and stealthy experience, no, I think we'd be fine. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, not a problem. Beauty in suit. I'm glad we were able to talk this out some more. I'll be back, you know. Huh? So, what the heck were they talking about? They aren't breaking up, were they? That's not what the vibe I got. How long have you two been there? Dingo, well... Told you. He knew from the start. Dingo, who was that woman just now? Is she your, you know? No. She's a colleague, Mariel. She's on this selection committee for an award body. Award body? Oh, don't tell me. Somebody got himself a Pulitzer, huh? Well, not quite, but yes, they've been bugging me about it for a while. Oh, wait, the Pulitzer? You're in for the running for the highest journalistic award in the land, and you didn't tell anybody? What for? What are you being so secretive about? My stupid phone. Who could be the editor-in-chief now? Hello? Okay. Yes. Right, I get that. Well, sir, please. Isn't your editor-in-chief a woman? Okay. All right, I'll be right there. Ouch. I tell you to stop wandering around and start doing your job. Of all the stinking times, I'm holding you to this. Dingo, you better fess up next time. Oh, okay. The only logical explanation is someone else was giving her a message saying the editor-in-chief wants to talk to you right now. Because her saying sir seems like a typo, but if she wasn't talking to... Never mind. I'm holding you to this, Dingo. You better fess up next time. Looks like you've got your hands full these days. She's eccentric. I'll leave it at that. But damn, nice job on the Pulitzer nod. I had no idea they were reaching out to you about that. Though now that I think about it, I guess you were kind of a shoo-in. You were on the ground for the war, if I recall. Yup. I remember running into you once or twice. You were on the Mirage side, but you still lent us a hand from time to time. I had comms with all of Calvard's media outlets at the time, the Royal Guardian, the Tyrell Times, you name it. I even branched out to some international outlets. I was chasing the truth behind it all, everything else be damned. I put a lot of stuff together from a bunch of different sources, so I guess they wanted to recognize that. Heard you were up on the front lines when the fighting broke out, snapping photos of the battle. The reality of war, those outlets called it. You were anonymous at the time, but I had a feeling it was you. Blew everyone away. I'm sure that's a reference, but I don't remember, like, the name of the articles or anything, so... And that's the thing, it wasn't just me. I can't accept that award in good faith if it means putting down everyone else. I'd hoped they'd just leave me be if I kept running along long enough, but nope, here they are in Edith. I get that, but come on, don't sell yourself short. You risked your life out there to get those photos. Somebody's got to be recognized for that, and it might as well be you. Plus, you accept that award and it gives you a platform. You can thank them all you want once you get your article still selling like hotcakes. Nah, it still doesn't feel right. I don't think I'd be that big. No, old Dingo Brad is still a 2-bit gossip rag journalist, reporter. It's all I'm ever gonna be, and all I ever wanna be. I mean, sure, I guess, it's your life and all. You let that whole nihilist bit slip a little when you watch over that new girl, though. Just a heads up. And that's rich coming from you. You act all tough, but then you ferry all your part-timers around like some kind of mother hen. Big old softy. But, well, I guess you've got a point. There's nothing wrong with training her up as an apprentice. Don't need to give it a cool spin to justify it. Nothing wrong with doing you. And just as long as we don't make fools of ourselves in front of the youngins. Huh. Bud, you're on the right side of 25, and you are a youngin'. But yeah, we just gotta keep moving forward, you know? He bid him farewell and returned to his work.
Always room for improvement for us role models.
Okay, we got to hear a little bit more about Dingo's and Van's part in the war, but like, I still don't know what he would have done. Meal Mirage did not do that much. It was taken down because of the third path. Like they had a lot of stuff planned, but I don't think they went out and fought. Right? I don't know. It's been a while since Cold Steel 4. And strength up by 5. Alright, so doing Dingo events is giving me Van stats. That's nice. Okay, we are done. That is all free time events, all side quests except for the main story one here. And I talked to every NPC in the city. Now I just need to prepare between episodes, and we will go do this. We'll go straight into story in the next one. I'm going to maybe just run around the sewer and see if I can get some like Sepith Mass, because I'm running quite low on money, and that sucks going into a new chapter. So I'm probably going to grind for a little Sepith Mass between episodes. We'll see. But I don't have much time before I have to record the next one. So maybe I don't. But either way, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.